Alrighty then, embrace that nice wet grass on my bum. I got things and stuff, you know? Let's talk about things and stuff. Which I did for 10 minutes prior, and I realised the audio was like, yep, step it up. No! That creates discomfort, that creates feelings of not wanting to do this again. But I'm just like, just do it, man. Like, part of me is like, oh, how are you going to think of things to say again? You've already done that, and how are you going to get in the flow again? Getting in the flow, that's a cool story. Not really what this is about, but everything's amalgamating into one thing, you know. Everything that I talk about, it's kind of the root behind it all is the meaning of life. I don't know the answer, 42 or something. But I wanted to share this experience because I am seeing a personal coach. Very expensive. I was recommended this lady by someone I respect who had said that if it wasn't for her, he don't know if he'd still be here. That was a profound thing to say. And I've struggled with wanting to be here in the past. I've been kind of stuck in my own story for quite some time. And that's what I'm coming to realise. And that's why I want to share this, because not everyone's got $5,000 to spend on themselves for mental health. Which, in the grand scheme of things, if you had the option to go like, I spend $5,000 and I enjoy life, or I don't spend $5,000 and I stay in my own story forever. Maybe not forever, but for maybe like a lot longer until you finally start to wake up. Isn't that a good investment? Well, that's what I was telling myself, because I was sick of being stuck in my own story. Because I really had to look at my whole life and had to reflect on, have I been happy? You know, that question, are you happy? When was the last time you've been happy? And if you have to scratch your head and go like, fuck, I don't know. I had this question a while ago, because I've invested in quite a few self-help, being better at being better, that kind of stuff. I've done it for a while, and sorry, I got distracted. I wonder if grass is edible. Yeah, why not? It kind of tastes good, but it's not that. Well, I don't have two stomachs like a cow does. I guess that's the reason. Sorry. Distractions are my middle name. Who am I to play this game? That's right. So I had this thing where, you know, that question was asked, like, when was the last time you're happy? And I automatically went to when I was on MDMA. When I was at a festival, just going like, yeah! That's exactly what I would do. In my mind, I'm doing that. Maybe I'm just doing this. Whatever. That's a bit sad, isn't it? If you have that as a bookmark, as something to put on your shelf of what happiness means to you, that is a bit of that's just a shit story. So I wanted to share some things, some bits of gold that I've learnt through doing this personal coaching thing. Had a bit of a revelation yesterday. It's kind of something that I already knew, but sometimes you've just got to be reminded of shit you already knew. You know, when you're reading a book, you're like, well, I know all this, but fuck, it's good to hear again. Like Eckhart Tolle, something, A New Earth, or a Power of Now. And he explains it like over and over again in different ways until you kind of get it, and you're like, I already knew that. Yeah, but it's so good to know, to actually lived, you know. To live in the now, that's another story, but it's all linked. It's all interwoven through the fabric of time and space. Sometimes we're stuck in depression. We don't know how to get out. And we don't know how to get out because we're writing our own story. And I feel that it's a good way to think of depression as an entity that attaches itself to you, that just wants to survive. And it will impregnate your mind and your thoughts to create that continuous cycle of trauma and drama, just feeding itself like a Roboros eating its own tail, just existing until you wait, stop, and you push that entity away, you separate yourself and realize that you were just telling yourself this story. And it's interesting, all the things that we don't like about ourselves can easily be outweighed by the things that are good about who we are. But I'm not going to say things we like about ourselves, because sometimes we don't see that. So I did this little test of this is about the 6th week in, going through these hypnosis, kinesiology, rewiring, quantum healing techniques. Because I was willing to try anything. I think that if I can pay $5,000, which is a lot of money, but I'd rather invest that in the hope of me being able to get out of my shit and write a different freaking story. If manifesting is real, I've been manifesting a shit story. I've been manifesting shit. If this depression is an entity that attaches itself to me and wants to survive, it's manifesting shit. It will continue to manifest problems. But the thing is, the things that we don't like about ourselves, your story of why you do certain things, for me it was like a shutdown reality. And I've turned to alcohol and drugs and vices. But also I've turned to guitar, getting good at camera work, audio, recording music, making rocks, making art, creations, sculpting. I've got a lot of talents that have been a byproduct of me, of something I didn't like about myself. How I shut down has actually gained a skill set. And that's come in many different ways. Everything that I've done that I can classify as negative or a negative connotation is actually resulted in something positive. But I didn't see it. Whenever I think about the things that I don't like about myself, I just shut down even further and just no, I just don't like that. But if I see that as in I've done that because it's actually helped me gain a certain skill set or be a better person, I can see that as oh, thank you, me. And something quite profound is we did up this list. She was taking notes about what good did I get out of something bad, as in I shut down. What good came out of that? I've given you certain examples. There was many other. We came out with a list of about 60 positive things that are all true. And the negative things, there might be 10. So the good things easily outweigh the bad. And she was like, if you met someone else with these attributes, how would you feel? What would you think about them? And I was like, he'd be a bloody legend. And then I was like, yeah, so that's why we're doing this thing. For me to realise that I am a bloody legend. And that's the story that I got to continue writing. Not the shit one. The shit one has had its purpose. But let's say that's in the past. I can push that depression entity away and realize that was just feeding me with shit. I don't need to feed myself with shit anymore. I can concentrate on all the beauty in life. And if manifesting is a thing, if I've been manifesting a shit mind, a shit now, it's all about living in the now. If my now is shit, I created that. That was all me. So if I could reverse that, flip that switch, and manifest good things, that's powerful shit. It's real powerful shit. So I'm going to leave you with that thought. My first video was heaps better. It was the greatest song in the world kind of thing, and this is just a tribute to that video. Because I said everything so poignantly and perfectly This one was just a tribute to that video, so thanks for watching. I hope you actually have a good day instead of just saying, have a good one, mate. Sorry, how many times do we say, have a good one, mate? Have a good one. Imagine if you heard every voice in the world, in Australia, at the same time of when everyone says, have a good one. It's, have a good one, have a good one. It's just be this symphony of have a good ones. Random thought. Peace.